Well, certainly do think this 900 is going to look snazzy. If you look at the paint reflection here, look at the light. And if you move over here, where I just polished. Oh, wow. Yeah, that did something, didn't it? So yeah, that was only with a quick round. You can actually see me in the reflection here now. That was actually just a quick round with some fine polish and this cheap Ryobi battery power thing. This isn't really that good as polishing. It's more like it's a good waxer, that's for sure, but not a polisher because it doesn't isolate, or what do they call oscillate? I don't know. This movement side to side, it doesn't do that much like other brands. But it's a battery powered, and there are not many of them. So from the competition, so I believe the Walt has one, and Makita has one, but they're way more expensive. I just bought this, and actually, just for a battery power tool, it's actually pretty nice. So, but away from the tool, that's not important here. Yeah, it's gonna end up actually looking pretty good. As a little teaser here, I'm gonna show you what I did on the 96, and I'll show you how that's gonna look. I just washed it today. It doesn't look like it, but you know, you can see how the paint looks pretty matte. And if you go over here, wow, you know. So it's gonna end up looking pretty nice, this color here. Now I actually see what color it is, you know. It's a lot of orange peel, so this car has definitely been, as I suspected before, it has had a respray. But look at the reflection in the light there, and moving down here. It's very, very certain where I polish, you know. There's a lot of oxidation in the paint, that's the problem here. And I do believe these are glued in, which is gonna be a problem, polishing around these. Yeah, they're glued. Oh, yeah, they are, but or are they? Aren't these just metal pegs that I bent? I don't know. Did it leak any water through here when I washed it? No, actually not. Didn't. That's cool. But yeah, that's gonna be a big difference. Of course, the car doesn't look, you know, perfect. It has some defect in the paint. This is some junk that actually didn't come off in wash. That's interesting. I can see the roof. It's a lot of stuff stuck in the paint on it. You can see how the hood looks, you know. But it's gonna end up really looking pretty good. Needs, of course, a patch here. My suspicion is that this car, when it stood in that bar and I picked it out of, it stood next to something that continuously kind of polished the paint slightly, or not polished, scratched the paint slightly, all like through the 10 years it had been standing there. And that's why I have to rub through the paint, because I don't think this was a problem until he parked it there. So that's a good thing, you know, because this is only surface rust. It's not a big deal. It's very easy to fix up. A lot of it actually came off in wash because I used iron dissolver, and it actually came off. The rims actually turned out pretty good. Yeah, the car overall actually turned out to look pretty okay after wash, but it definitely needs a polish. You know, I believe this is a single stage paint. Well, it should be, because my polishing pad actually went yellow polishing it. So, but yeah, I didn't use a good pad either. It's not the pad you're supposed to use on this kind of polish and this kind of paint. So this was a test piece, and it definitely looks like a good test piece, that's for sure. So this car is gonna be looking snazzy when I'm done with it, that's for sure. But that's for the future, and so stay subscribed for that. We'll be looking at this car in a completely different image than it is now. And look, I actually moved it. It's not stuck in anymore. I moved it there because I have to push it outside to wash it. So that was a great sight, looking at this outside. Same with that thing. When I got that to start and actually be able to drive it around. Oh man, that was so cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay subscribed for the next series of parts of how this paint actually will look.